The College of Education of West Visayas State University is blessed to have forged a number of international linkages that puts it in the global setting. These linkages are tangible indices of excellence and acceptability among peers in the educational milieu. The various international alliances benefited our Bachelor of Elementary Education, Bachelor of Secondary Education, and Bachelor of Special Education programs. Join me as we go places to know more about these linkages. Our first stop is Europe.
To change the narratives in challenged areas, West Visayas State University forged a sustainable partnership with European universities and organizations through the European Commission co-funded projects of Tuning Academy. It began with the engagement in the Tuning Asia Southeast project, leading to this pivotal project that creates a strong impact of change through transformative education. This is Project 4th, Formation of Teachers in Challenged Areas in the Philippines, crossing international borders, changing the narratives for the challenged areas.
West Visayas State University works to put the Philippines on the map in terms of becoming a hub for preparing teachers to do well in the challenged areas.
The universities who will make it will be those who are able to have relevant quality projects which can make a huge impact in the world. I have no doubt that FORTH is one of these projects.
Technical committees approved the request of
The approved Master of Arts in Education, major in teaching in challenged areas, will empower and motivate our teachers to stay in the mission of transforming lives in marginalized areas.
Students' motivation to teach in challenged areas is evident in the initial integration of fourth elements in the undergraduate teacher education programs.
We also have produced materials that will be offered for the different international schools in the same context.
We were very successful in developing 6 modules which are the core of the master specialization.
I'm really looking forward to jointly preparing the Erasmus Master Program that will bring together key universities in different parts of the world.
West Visayas State University is going to be called a very strong global university in the future.
Go forth, crossing international borders, changing the narratives for the challenged areas worldwide.
Let's proceed to the Spanish city of Bilbao, home of the Tuning Academy, University of Deusto, for our Tuning Asia Southeast project. This project ran from 2016 to 2019, co-founded by the Erasmus program of the European Union in partnership with the ASEAN University Network. The College of Education was one of 2 TEIs in Southeast Asia and the only state-funded institution to implement the TASE redesigned teacher education program following the 10-step process. Curricular programs were enhanced with the integration of the TASE generic and subject-specific competencies in the baccalaureate programs in the college and the entire university system, and shared with other universities and professional teacher organizations such as the SUCTEA and PAFTE. Faculty members participated in and completed tuning online courses on practical assessment for learning and outcomes-based learning, each with 3 ECTS credits. Let us now shift our attention to our partners in the United States of America, specifically with the Research Triangle Institute, or RTI International, that has a 5-year project with us, which commenced in January 2020. This project subcontracts Florida State University to provide technical assistance in developing syllabi and instructional material courses, literacy development, and teaching beginning reading. RTI International is fulfilling its cooperative agreement with the United States Agency for International Development to implement ABC Plus, Advancing Basic Education in the Philippines. Our college is also blessed with some volunteers. The U.S. Peace Corps Volunteers Philippines sent Terry and Alice Doherty to work with the SGPPA grantees enrolled in the College of Education and Lambunao campus, particularly on capacity building, English proficiency, and professional development. Also, a full professor from the University of West Georgia, USA, Dr. Danilo M. Bailen, comes as a visiting professor, and with his expertise in information literacy and creative teaching and learning, he handled capability building workshops to integrate ICT in instruction and creatively engage learners of the 21st century. A new engagement with the Texas International Education Consortium and CHED will enable faculty members to receive training in online teaching best practices that would enable them to deliver and design technology-based instruction and become leaders and trainers in this arena.
Universities like Western Science University take the training they got in phase 1 of this program and now train 140 of their faculty to help them expand their flexible learning capacities. We've seen
this training provided me with insights to understand my students better, their limitations, and as well as my realization that I am also limited.
In the Asian sphere, the Japan International Cooperation Agency and Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency linked with the College of Education to promote and support development efforts of WVSU to disseminate information about children with special needs and help in the educational and vocational development of people with special needs. This project ran for 3 years until 2016 with Teruko Sugiyama, a senior volunteer as lead advocate. It helped develop the skills and techniques of in-service and pre-service teachers in assessing PWDs in the community and enhancing the positive attitude on inclusive education. An enduring linkage of the college is with the Faculty of Education of Kamphaeng Phet Rajabat University in Thailand, which started in 2014 and up to the present. A group of students and faculty members participated in the yearly ASEAN Leadership Camp organized by KPRU, while a group of students from KPRU was enrolled in the BS Ed Math program, and COE BS Ed English majors did practice teaching in Thailand. The pandemic put on hold plans to host the ASEAN Leadership Camp here.
Greetings. I am Mr. Michael Angelo Dejando, a 2017 exchange student of WVSU COE to Kamphaeng Phet Rajabat University in Thailand, and now a full-time faculty member of Assumption, Iloilo. Enriching is the word that best describes my KPRU experience. Participating in the ASEAN Leadership Camp has improved my basic understanding of ASEAN and brought me closer to our ASEAN neighbors. realizing that we have similarities despite our diversity. Visiting the KPRU Faculty of Education has made me realize and gave me a unique perspective as to how quality education can be influenced by a conducive and a nurturing environment, coupled with teachers being driven by and being committed to excellence. These realizations continue to guide me until this day, and with that, I am grateful to the WVSU College of Education.
The college also has a tie-up with Silla University in Busan, South Korea, for potential research endeavors as well as future capacity building and exchange of faculty and students, which are being delayed by COVID-19. However, the COE faculty members had a chance to do a benchmarking visit to Silla University in October 2019. The Simeo Innotech's engagement with WVSU began with professors as iFlex learning tutors. This led to the capacity building of WVSU faculty and enhancement of the university's distance education program offerings, which are under the College of Education. Other collaborative endeavors followed to include the implementation of various courses, such as the Joint Graduate Diploma within the framework of Simeo Innotech Excellence in School Leadership for Southeast Asia, or EXCELS, and Gearing Up Responsible and Outstanding Teachers for Southeast Asia for the 21st Century, or Guro 21. These comprised blended learning resources and technical assistance packages. The pre-service teachers had international exposure for the student teaching internship as the college participated in the Simeo Secretariat's Pre-Service Student-Teacher Exchange in Southeast Asia, or C-Teacher, that aims to provide the opportunity for pre-service student teachers to have their teaching practicum in other Southeast Asian schools. Maria Janay Vida La Torre, a BSPED student and participant in the 7th batch C-Teacher program in 2019, was awarded as having the best blog out of 462 submissions.
I am Sandro Silverio, an alumnus of West Visayas State University College of Education and a faculty member of Philippine Science High School Western Visayas campus. I felt honored and privileged to be part of the C project of Southeast Asian Ministry of Education organization. Indeed, the thrust of Simeo were put into reality after my 1-month practicum in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. The said program provided me the opportunity to develop my teaching skills and pedagogy and allowed me to gain a broader regional and worldview by helping me understand the culture of Indonesia in a more personal and intimate way.
The college has memoranda of understanding with Kid Able Thailand Company Limited in Bangkok, Thailand, and Surabaya Cambridge School in Indonesia. This allows the pre-service teachers to apply their pedagogical skills in another country and learn best practices. Moreover, it is a pride of the college that student organizations such as the Education Student Council, 3S Society, and the Special Education Students Association are accredited members of the UNESCO Associated Schools Network. The college is an active partner of the Department of Science and Technology Science Education Institute that plays a catalytic role in developing innovative ways to teach and learn science and technology. One of its banner programs is the Science Teacher Academy for the Regions, or STAR, a cluster of capacity building activities that aims to improve the quality of teaching STEM. The faculty trainers had exposure and trainings to global best practices in STEM education and benchmarking visits to selected universities in Taiwan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Our final stop, Australia. Faculty members who were recipients of fellowship grants from the Australian Aid stayed at the Queensland University of Technology in Brisbane, Australia for the short-term program. These international linkages paved the way to the following: developed a community of collaborative researchers, utilized research outputs as basis for redesigning and enhancing the teacher education curricula, institutionalized the integration of TASE-crafted competencies and mapped with the existing program outcomes in the WVSU system, shared with other institutions the research results and the best practices that were derived from this, strengthened collaboration with extension partners to develop functional and vocational skills of persons with disabilities, exposed the faculty members and students to the best practices in education in other countries, produced resource materials that are available for use by faculty and students, developed a cadre of faculty members with global perspectives, modeled the best practices in instruction from among the partner educational institutions and agencies, established standards of excellence among COE students comparable to peers in partner institutions here and abroad, and produced globally competent graduates in BE Ed, BS Ed, and BSped who are employable here and abroad. With all of these, the College of Education holds its banner high as a center of excellence.